The 6th of July 1189, the death of Henry II of England. He was succeeded by his son Richard. Richard, who would be Richard I because we had subsequent Richards, but better known as Richard the Lionheart. Now they were still speaking Norman French in the ruling classes at the time, so he was in fact Richard Coeur de Lion, Richard the Lionheart. Coeur de Lion, Richard the Lionheart. That looks like it was actually a subsequent sort of propaganda tool used by his mother when she needed to raise a huge ransom of 150,000 marks to pay off the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI, who had Richard in captivity. Now, what better way to rouse everyone in England to pay for the ransom of her son, but to give him the persona of somebody worth rescuing. Richard reigned from 1189 to 1199, 10 years. I'm sure you could do the maths there quite easily, and yet he spent only about 6 months in England. He spent most of his time abroad, either on crusades, or it's already spoken about him being in captivity. I'm sure that wasn't by choice, but also defending his lands in France. So really England, he didn't seem to see as a place where he should be and should be ruling, but more of a place where he could raise funds in order to do the other activities that he was undertaking on the continent. Any of you who have been to London and been to the Houses of Parliament, you may have noticed that there is a statue of Richard the Lionheart outside. What's interesting, I know statues have been in the news a lot over the last few years and especially this year. What is interesting about a lot of statues is actually when they were put up. And Richard the Lionheart is a really good example of a period in the Victorian times where there was a nostalgia for history, and you saw a lot of statues going up, and whether there was much thought into who went up, why, I would doubt it in a lot of cases. But Richard the Lionheart got his statue. It's now outside the House of Parliament. It was originally at Crystal Palace, but a bronze version of the statue was created and put outside in Parliament Yard in 1860. Now, a World War II bomb managed to bend Richard's sword, but apparently it has since been straightened out. On the 6th of April 1199, Richard I, better known as Richard the Lionheart, died in the arms of his mother, Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine. Richard had received a crossbow arrow shot to his shoulder, fired by a archer on the battlements of a castle that they were trying to siege at Chalus. The arrow was removed, but the wound turned gangrenous and he died of his wounds. Richard apparently forgave the archer. I think he was almost... There are accounts that he was sort of quite impressed by the shot, the accuracy of the shot from such a distance. But he forgave his archer, but his men did not. And although Richard pardoned him, the poor man was captured and flayed alive, which is just... Richard was only 42 when he died, and he was succeeded by his younger brother, King John, otherwise known, you may have heard of as Bad King John, and we will cover him more.